Hello and welcome to today's video, or I should say welcome back for me. It's been 4 weeks since I've posted. I had some mishaps and then after that I just decided I needed a little break, but I'm happy to be filming again today. I have literally had this video on the docket forever. Today I will finally be discussing what usually lives behind me while I'm filming, and that is my favorite perfumes, specifically cruelty-free perfumes. I found that when I was going cruelty-free, it was kind of difficult to find ones that I really loved. Pretty much all of the mainstream brands, all the designer fragrances, 99% of those are not cruelty-free, but so many brands have come up and have become more accessible via places like Sephora and Ulta, and I want to tell you about the ones that I've discovered. I used to be very particular with my fragrance. I liked ones that leaned more masculine, very woodsy and spicy, but I've really broadened my horizons over the last few years, and I think I have something for everyone today. Also, something for every budget. If you enjoyed this video while you're watching, please do go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get into it. So as I mentioned, when I went cruelty-free, I think finding fragrance was the most challenging. It's not like makeup where you can find a similar shade, or even skincare or hair care products. You can usually find something that performs in a similar manner, but fragrances are usually so unique, and I still have some that I miss just being able to purchase. I have two that aren't cruelty-free that still live in a very dark corner of a bathroom drawer. I just can't part with them, even though I don't regularly wear them. Those being a Flower Bomb by Victor and Rolf, and then also Cannabis Santal from Fresh. I was obsessed with that fragrance. I specifically remember I was working at Aveda and a girl walked in wearing it, and I was like, oh my god, what are you wearing? I had to know right away, and that was so out of character for me at the time, but I immediately went down to Sephora after my shift and purchased it. I still have half a bottle of that one left. And then another fragrance I would love to find a dupe for is Vanilla Insensé from Atelier. I discovered that one shortly before going cruelty-free from Samantha Ravndal, and I haven't found anything else like it. So if you know of something similar, do let me know. I'm going to try my best today to actually describe what these fragrances smell like to me first before pulling up the scent notes. It can be a little bit challenging to describe a fragrance, and also too, just keep in mind, perfumes smell different from person to person. That's one of my favorite things about fragrance, is that they can really change with your body chemistry and be something that's truly a unique experience. So let's get started. The only one that I'm not going to really talk about today, just a little bit, I do want to mention it, is the La Vanilla Blackberry. That was one of my favorite fragrances in my early mid-20s when I was in my going out phase. It was a long phase. It's very sweet, but a little bit sexy. It kind of balances it out. But the reason I don't want to talk about it is because it has been discontinued, so I don't think it would be really fair to talk about it at length. The first two I'm going to talk about are from the 7 Virtues. They came onto my radar because of Jay Kissa. She was raving about Vanilla Woods. I then went and read more about the company, and I really wanted to support them and try them out. They pride themselves on sustainability. They're also vegan and cruelty-free, of course. They make perfumes with more clean ingredients. All of the ingredients can be found on their website, but also on Sephora. I'm going to use Sephora to pull up the fragrance notes for these. I am going to spray this one first so I can describe it. Going in with a light hand. The only other thing I have to do today besides film this video and edit some of it, I also am going to get my second vaccine. I hope some of this dissipates by then. If not, I'm going to smell like 1,000 different things. So what hits me first is the vanilla, duh, but it's like a very warm vanilla and it doesn't smell synthetic. You can tell it's the real deal. I get a little bit of caramel when I smell this too, and then a hint of musk. It kind of helps to balance it out. In terms of what Sephora says, so it lists the key notes as pear, rose, and vanilla. I can maybe smell a little of the rose, but I don't get the pear, at least not on me. It does also say that it has caramel infused with warm amber. That's where that musky note comes from. And I knew I smelled some caramel too. Let's move on to Rose Amber. Rose is one of those things. I love rose fragrances, but it can vary. Some of them can get into that like granny perfume, for lack of a better term. I think you all know what I mean. But a well-balanced rose can be really nice, especially in spring and summer. Very rosy, has like a candy almost like sweetness to it. The amber comes in, I think, when it dries down more. This one also has bergamot according to the key notes. It says this is a true rose scent with heart notes of warm cinnamon and crisp lavender. I don't smell either of those things. Maybe my nose is broken. Anchored by base notes of sensual sandalwood and delicious vanilla. A perfume that's the warm rose of love. That sounds so nice. I get a little bit more of the earthy sandalwood scent after reading that. Just looking at the other scents they offer, Blackberry Lily is another one that is on my wish list. And then patchouli citrus as well. Citrus I can be a little iffy with, so I like to smell that one in person actually. But yeah, check them out. They make really nice fragrances. And then also too, I forgot to mention, they last really long as well. I feel like I can smell these throughout the day. Next, I have from Le Labo, which is owned by Estee Lauder. I don't want to forget to mention that in case you are cruelty-free and don't purchase from parent companies that aren't cruelty-free, then this would eliminate Le Labo. But this is Baie 19. I always assumed that they weren't cruelty-free when I worked for Aveda, which is under the Estee Lauder umbrella. I'd seen the name and I just always assume that large fragrance companies aren't, and I never really gave it another thought until a coworker corrected me, and it completely opened up my eyes to very expensive perfume. It almost hurt to purchase this. What I did first is I went on the website and ordered some samplers. Central 33 is like their caught fragrance. That one is very popular. I ordered a little one of that. I did really like it. It's very woodsy and smoky, but just wasn't what I was looking for at the time. Baie 19 is what did it for me. I already know what this is supposed to be inspired by, but I don't remember all of the notes. It is said to be inspired by petrichor, or the way the earth smells after it rains. It is earthy and fresh and clean at the same time. I'm gonna spray it up here. I absolutely love this fragrance. When I first smelled it, I was like, okay, that one's for me. I knew it right away. At first, it just smells really clean to me, but then there's that like damp earthiness underneath. I would say it's an intriguing fragrance, if that makes any sense. It kind of just like drew me in, and it was like nothing I ever smelled before. This one, I hate labeling fragrances as masculine and feminine, but Le Labo, all of their fragrance are made to be unisex. I would love to smell this on a man. I'll have to go spray it on my husband because I'm sure it would smell different on the two of us. It smells very soft on me, but there's like a dirty, damp earthiness undertone to it. And I don't know, I really love it. I'm really glad I purchased it. I forgot to show this too. The label on the bottle is customized. Says who made it, the date, and then I just put my name on there, but you can put anything you want. So for the description, it says, truth is, Baie 19 should have been called Water 19. Not that it smells like nothing, though nothing smells like it, but it has this crisp, wet, drenched effect that water gives to the earth after the rain. Juniper berry, the patchouli, the green leaves, all soaked up by a beautiful, luminous, magnetic rain after a long drought, and the joy that comes with it. I have to see where there's stores again, but for the most part, they're just in major cities. I would love to go to a Le Labo in person and actually smell them for myself, but I think I did pretty good buying one online. I'm very happy with this purchase. And then OUAI Melrose Place. I wear this one all the time. I'm actually almost out of it. I need to get a replacement soon. I wear this one all the time to work. It's just a very wearable floral fragrance. It's not offensive. I love OUAI's hair care products. They have two fragrances, this one and then North Bondi. Both of those fragrances are also throughout their hair care line. I don't love North Bondi as much. That was also in a shampoo that I tried from them. I didn't hate it. It's just not my favorite, and I do prefer this fragrance. This is more along the lines of their leave-in conditioner. It's just a very soft floral scent. I always don't want to spray this on because I think I just pretty clearly described it. It's a very soft floral. I'm going to compare this to the other rose that I just sprayed just because it's still fresh in my mind. This one is much brighter. I don't know if there's maybe like a citrus note to it that's making that happen. I get a cleanness from this as well. I hope this is making sense. It's so hard to describe fragrance. And maybe just like a hint of powder. Not too much powder though. I don't really like powdery fragrances. So fragrance notes, top notes are champagne, so maybe that's where that bubbly brightness comes from. Pink peppercorn, berry, and lychee. Middle notes are peony, rose, freesia, jasmine, and bergamot. And then base notes of amber, sandalwood, white musk, and cedarwood. Really lovely. I need to get my backup. Another thing too, I just don't want to forget to say, it is magnetic, so I like that feature as well. Next I have from TOKYOMILK, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is under the umbrella of Margot Elena is her name. I think she has 3 or 4 other fragrance brands, and this is just one of them. TOKYOMILK has all kinds of perfumes, but they have a collection that is dark, and they also have a light one. I originally purchased Bulletproof forever ago. I think I got that through Birchbox. That's how long ago it was. And then Everything and Nothing I purchased a few years back. It still smells good. Fragrance has such like a long expiration to it, and sometimes they smell even better over time. I purchased this one because of Tati back when she had a channel and was posting regular videos. This is very comforting to me. It smells like tea. That's the strongest note I get from it. I'm gonna spray it over here because I've given this arm a lot of love. Again, I mostly just smell tea. There's an earthiness, like an undertone to it, but it's also very light. That's where the Everything and Nothing name comes from, I'm going to assume. This one actually has the notes right on it. It says sweet orange, which I don't get that at all. I do not smell citrus. Pressed petals, desert moss, that earthy undertone, as well as tea leaves. This is another brand I would like to try more from as well. I like the simplicity of the bottle. Each one has like a different icon on it. If they offer a sampler set, I would be really curious. I just had to add a little lip gloss because my lips were getting funky there. But that is it for the full-size fragrances. Everything else is a body mist or a rollerball. Let's start with this one. This is from The Body Shop, owned by L'Oreal, not cruelty-free, just to get that out there. But The Body Shop Satsuma Body Mist. And I keep thinking in my head that I just talked about this because I did. It was heavily featured in my last empties video, the one that my camera ate. If you saw on Instagram or on my community tab, that was one of my mishaps earlier this month. So you guys will never actually see that video. But I went through one full size of these, and then I also went through, I think it was 2 of the body butters. I constantly say I am not drawn to citrus scents, and yet here we are. This is a fragrance, and it's so hard to describe, but it feels tied to someone. Scent must be one of my stronger senses because I get such like vivid memories or vivid feelings from fragrance. More times than I can count, someone has walked by me at a store and I've thought of someone else, and that's what happened with this. Randomly one day at work, I smelled the body butter and I immediately thought of an old friend. I purchased it, and then I eventually graduated to getting the body mist too and pairing them together. This is citrus, but it doesn't like smack you in the face. It's bright. It's definitely a daytime fragrance. I would not wear this at night. Now, I've never smelled Satsuma from another brand. I've never noticed it in another fragrance that I've worn. So I don't have anything to compare this to. I get citrus, but like a little bit of a green note to it as well. Let's see what The Body Shop says. And they offer this in so many different things. They have a body butter, they have the body mist, they have a soap, shower gel. I also have the shower gel in my shower currently, hand cream, fragrance oil. All it says is that it is Satsuma essence, zesty Satsuma scent, and enriched with sugarcane essence. It doesn't really give me any details besides that. Next, from ELLIS Brooklyn, I just have a travel size of the Myth fragrance. I want to try more of theirs. I think they have like a whole little set that you can buy, like a discovery kit, and I would love to try more. At my Ulta currently, we have this one and maybe 3 other brands of rollerballs that are cruelty-free, and that's it. Although I did recently discover, I believe KKW as well as Kylie fragrances, those are cruelty-free as well. There's one of them that I kind of want, and I have prided myself this long on never purchasing anything from a Kardashian, but there's one that I do want. But anyway, I would love to get the full size of these in the store so I can actually smell them, or I think Sephora carries them as well. Myth just smells like clean laundry to me, but not like a Bath & Body Works kind of clean laundry. There's still like a deepness to it underneath. They spray there already. I'm getting lost here. Clean laundry is all I'm really getting, but it's not powdery smelling. It's just very fresh. Maybe a little floral note in there as well. They have one that has a bee on it. That's the one that I want to smell next time. The The bottle's really cute for that too. B is the name of that perfume I just mentioned. I also really want to smell Raven. It looks like they're on sale right now, actually. Scent type says warm floral. Keynotes, top are bergamot and bread seeds and cassis. Middle is tiger orchid, pink lotus, and jasmine petals. I think I can smell a little bit of the jasmine. And then base is patchouli, liquid musk, and white cedar. And I think the musk is where I'm getting the laundry scent from. Ellis Brooklyn Myth Eau de Perfume is a sophisticated fragrance for the senses, for the gods, and worthy of the myths it will create. I'm getting a little bit of a headache. I'm usually not triggered. Like, my migraines aren't usually triggered by fragrance. Sometimes they are, but it is rare. I already know the notes for this one. It is pistachio and caramel. You've probably smelled it before, but in case you haven't, this is the scent of the Boom Boom Cream from Sol de Janeiro. This is the body mist version, the Brazilian Crush. Again, I'm almost out of this. I just have a little bit left. I will say, as far as wear time, the body mist doesn't last super long. I wouldn't expect it to. I did recently pick up this. This is the perfume version of it, and this is the JANEIRO Cheirosa 62. We're going away in a couple of weeks, and I decided to treat myself to a travel size perfume, and this is the one I've had my eye on for a while. With that, it just so happened that the sample they were giving out was the same fragrance, so I'm going to spray this instead of opening the one that I'm about to travel with, just in case. I don't want it to leak. I love the bottle for this fragrance. It has the little disco ball looking thing on the top of it. I'm showing this though because I'm sure I'm going to fall in love with it. I already know that I love the Boom Boom scent. It smells exactly like Boom Boom Cream, maybe a little stronger. There's a heavier note to it, like underneath, that I don't get with Boom Boom Cream though. There's something else there. On the little card that came with the sample, it says, blended with addictive gourmand notes of salted caramel, pistachio, jasmine petals, and vanilla to touch all the senses. And it says, feel the scent of the summer. I never really got the jasmine in there. Jasmine is one of those things for me that it either smells amazing or it smells horrible on me. I love the scent itself, like a jasmine candle, but sometimes when I spray it on me, like Lush's jasmine, that always smelled so awful on me. It just didn't mix with my body chemistry well. Because this one is fairly new to me, I'll keep you guys posted. I think some of the reviews say that it doesn't last very long on the skin. That's another reason why I wanted to get the travel size first, to see how it lasts throughout the day. So that is it for my favorite cruelty-free fragrances. I would love to hear about your favorites in the comments. You can probably describe them better than I can. And then another thing too is I would like to keep this going and make videos that specifically cater to people who are looking to go cruelty-free or who already are, and then anybody else can enjoy them too. And I'd like to do different categories of beauty. I'm thinking maybe all of my favorite bath products next, or my body care products. I could also do hair care. So let me know what you would like to see in the comments. Either one of those, or I could do something else. If you enjoyed this video, do let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see me and more of my remarks, please subscribe if you haven't already. I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.